What's up with the Raider Nation? It's your boy, Raider Honcho, and I'm back with a brand new video for you.
Remy in my cup, turn me up, what we talking about? Now we doing us, moving up, what we talking about? Raider flags waving off the truck, what they talking about? Raider Nation dominating, only thing to talk about. Black shades, black tee, that's Raider Honcho, baby. East Coast, energy, that's Raider Honcho, baby. Head coach.
Alright guys, get right into it. You already know the vibes. You already know what type of time I'm on. If you're not a subscriber to the channel, well damn, subscribe to the channel. Hit me up on Instagram and Twitter, both at Raider Honcho. Now, the Raiders finish up practice today, and I promise it's going to be like one of the last times I'm looking bummy. I know I'm looking rusty and dusty out here, but I'm at football practice most of the day. By the time I get home and I got basketball practice later on, it's a lot going on. But anyway, I digress. Raiders finished practicing. They got some notes on here. Of course, everybody wants to talk about the Ashton Jeanty situation. I don't think they're commenting on it. I don't think they really want to show their hand and give away a game plan to somebody. I think they want to make the Dolphins have to prepare for everything, whether he's going to play or not. I don't know how severe the injury is. They're saying that the ankle sprain seems to be getting lower and lower at this point. I think he might just have stubbed his toe. I don't know. But hopefully he's going to be back for week 1. But if he's not, we got Mike Washington. And speaking of Mike Washington, I think he took most of the reps with the number ones today. I think Kubiak said he's got a lot to prove and a lot of work to do for the game coming up against the 49ers. I'd be surprised if you play him a lot, knowing he's going to be a week 1 starter against Miami, but I guess we'll see how that goes. Kirk Cousins apparently had a good day, started well, didn't end too well. I think he ended on 3 straight incompletions. And I heard Fernando Mendoza had a pretty good day as well. But the thing about Mendoza that's starting to throw me off a little bit is I think they said he had 2 passes broken up today by Lindenberg and Eichenberg. I don't know what's wrong with him and the Bergs, but he ain't getting along with them. This isn't the first time that I heard that they broke up some of his passes. And why that's interesting to me is that because at 6'5", and having the type of arm that he has, it's surprising me that I believe those are linebackers that are kind of deflecting his passes. So I don't know if he's throwing the ball low. I don't know if he's throwing the ball behind. I don't really know what he's doing because obviously I don't have any film on what those pass breakups look like. But I think it is interesting that every time I see that there's a pass broken up for Mendoza, it's by one of them damn Bergs or one of them linebackers. So I really would like to see what's going on with that. As far as what I really want to talk about right now, because I made the statement yesterday that I thought the Raiders defense has me excited, has me optimistic about going forward into the season, that they can finally have one of those type of defenses that can be, not superior, not great, not even good, but maybe just formidable, like respectable, credible, like one of those type of defenses that you're not going to lose the game because of the defense. They might not go out there and win your game and pitch you shutouts, but you're not going to lose because of them. But I'm hearing a lot of great things about Treydan Stukes. I know a lot of people were very high on him when he got drafted. I think we took him at 38. This is a guy that I feel like fits very good into a versatile, fast 3-4 style defense when you're playing the 2 high safety look. And outside of Stukes, I really don't, no disrespect. I know I'm a disrespectful dude. I'm from Jersey. It is what it is. But I don't know if I believe in Isaiah Pola-Mao, Pickles and May. I don't know. But IPM is what they be calling him. But I don't know if I believe in him as a starting caliber safety in the NFL. I just don't know if I believe in him. And I think he's a good athlete. I think he's a good player. I just don't know if he's playing out of position or he's just not good enough to play on that level. I don't know. But I believe you're going to have Jeremy Chin on one side. You're probably going to have Stukes on the other side, or at least I hope. This is a guy that is 6'2", 200 pounds, runs a 4.3 40. He's a little older, obviously, because he had an injury setback. I believe that bought him another year in college. But this is the type of guy that's a blue-collar competitor, right? This is somebody who was a walk-on in college and then became a team captain. Okay, this is a guy that has great speed on the field. He is a long strider, but that's good for recovery speed. Like, he has great recovery speed. He has great straight speed. He has good ball skills. He reads, has a pretty good IQ, a good feel for the game. I just would be surprised if he's not the guy. And I was already feeling like this yesterday, especially when I made the video about the Raiders defense maybe being pretty good. And then today I read that he took like all the first team snaps. Matter of fact, let me shout this. This is Sam Warren on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it. So go give him a follow. This is where I'm seeing all this information from as I get off of practices. But I think he took all the reps with the ones today. Look pretty damn good. And when you're at that age and that maturity, even though you're a rookie, you're not really a rookie. Like, you're a rookie to the NFL, but you're not a rookie to the secondary. You're not a rookie to football. You're not a rookie to these coverages. Once you catch up with the speed of the NFL in that position, when you're playing a safety position, I think it's not I'm not going to say it's easy, but I think it's easier to just plug and play defenders than it is offensive players. Now, maybe a running back is different, wide receiver is different, but obviously linemen and quarterbacks, it takes a little bit of time. But for secondary, I feel like you can just plug and play. And I would be surprised if Treydan Stukes is not a starting safety sooner than later, right? That's just my opinion on that. And I think that's why, or at least part of the reason why I'm pretty excited about this defense, because I do think he's a good player, and I think you need to be fast back there. And I think if you go look at one of my Instagram posts when I said that I did a power rankings of the rookies, and if I'm not mistaken, I had Fernando Mendoza 1, and then I had, I believe, McCoy 2, and then I think I had Mike Washington and Treydan Stukes to round out my top 4, and I might have Malik Benson at 5 or 6. So the rookies that I thought would be doing well are doing well. I know McCoy's struggling a little bit, but we knew that was going to happen, him coming off an injury. I think he's more of a long-term, progress, type of player. I think it's going to be something down the road for us. So we'll see how that turns out. A little bit more about the Mendoza and Kirk situation. Look like Cousins took all the first team reps today, so it looks like everything is pointing to him being a day one starter, which I'm not against. I think there's been a misconception of what I believe, or a misunderstanding of what I believe when it comes to the quarterback position and the quarterbacks we have. I'm not saying that Fernando Mendoza should start quarterback because he's the #1 pick. I'm saying Fernando Mendoza should start quarterback if he's better than Kirk Cousins. And even if it's close, where you drafted him, you should play him. I just honestly believe that, because in my opinion, he's going to be a rookie next year if he only plays with the 2s this year and then he starts next year. He's still going to be a rookie, because if he's the second string quarterback, he's taking second string snaps, he's playing against the 2s. You know what I mean? So there's that point. And the second point is, like, he's playing in the preseason with the second line against starting defenses like the Houston Texans. So you can't worry about him getting hurt if you're putting him out there for a whole half with not the starting offensive lineman, right? So to me, it's not about him getting hurt. So to me, the only way he doesn't play is if he's not ready. And if he's not ready, then I agree he shouldn't play. So let's make sure we keep that in perspective, in its proper perspective. I don't think Fernando Mendoza should start just because he's the #1 pick. I think Fernando Mendoza should start if he's better than what we have. Okay, that's just how I feel about that. Cam Ward started. He seems to be okay. Bryce Young looked like shit his first year. He seems to be doing okay. Trevor Lawrence looked like shit his first year. They turned it around. He's starting to play well. Like, Caleb Williams was getting cooked his first season. He's doing well. Like, we can't hide from the fact that he's going to struggle. And whether you wait to a second year, third year, fourth year, when you get thrown into that fire, you're going to get burned. That's just how it goes. So we can't avoid that. But if you have an opportunity to win some games, I think you put him in there and you win some games. Jaden Daniels started as a rookie. Damn near bought them wherever he bought them. Bo Nix started as a rookie. They should have damn been in the Super Bowl. So to me, if he's ready to play, he should play. I don't believe in holding anybody back because, well, we got to wait for the pieces around him. Because the truth of the matter is you have to find out what Fernando Mendoza can do if he's ready and when he's ready, right? But if he's ready to go now and you don't play him, you're doing a disservice to everybody, including him and including your franchise in the bigger picture. Because if he's not good enough, you need to find that out, right? You need to find that out. And that doesn't mean you get rid of him. You just have to develop him, right? Look at Sam Darnold. You don't just get rid of him if he's not ready. You got to develop him. I think the Raiders can do that. But if you go and sit him when he's ready to play, right? Let's say he's good enough to play, but you're going to sit him. And then you build the whole team up around him. You build everything up around him, and then you're like, oh, now we got to hope Fernando Mendoza is good enough to lead this team. Well, you might as well build it with him. Or you're going to waste the entire rebuild if you build everything around him and then plug him in and he's not good. Like, we need to know that. And I think the preseason game showed that he can play in the NFL. Obviously, he's not playing against all the ones. But I believe he has the talent. If he's better than Kirk Cousins, you play him. If he's close to being good as Kirk Cousins, you play him. That's it. Maybe if it's not week 1, but you got to play him if he's good enough. And that's where I stand on that. So get down in the comments, let me know what you think.